All right, top 10 items to get at your dollar store. Full disclosure, my dollar store now charges $1.25. When I was growing up, it was $1. It's actually 99 cents. Inflation, let's go. But that's okay, still a good price. Item number 10 is gonna be the category of paper products. Right here I have paper towels, they have napkins, paper plates, any paper products. Now, I would avoid the four toilet rolls for $1. That stuff's not gonna work great when you need it. But they do have one roll for $1. It's a little thicker ply. Again, paper products are gonna be a great buy at the dollar store. Item number 9 is going to be water. All right, my dollar store has Crystal Geyser, which is actually a great brand. It tastes good. Those of you who want Arrowhead, don't get that stuff anymore. That stuff tastes gross. Dollar, Crystal Geyser, you'll never have enough water when you're out camping, especially if you're dry camping and don't have access to clean water or by a river and have a filtration system. So Crystal Geyser, gonna be a great brand and a great buy right there for $1. Item number 8. It's gonna be your medical items. Now, some of you, including my wife, will never, ever, ever buy a medical item at the dollar store. But I got some Band-Aids, they work fine. So you might even have your top medical kit with the items that you like, that you'll buy that are more expensive. And then you have a backup dollar store medical kit. Or maybe you take it with you and you take it when you're hiking or something like that. So I would still recommend buying some of this stuff as a backup in case you need it. Item number 7 would be the toiletry items. Right here, we got the Dr. Fresh toothbrush, toothpaste, and we got the cover for your toothbrush head. They have toiletry items like shampoo, conditioner, what's that word? Oh, hand sanitizer, remember that? Hand sanitizer, so all that stuff. Again, you might have your preferences of what you buy normally, but putting together a little kit for each of your family members just for when you're pop-up camping or camping is going to be a good idea. And again, $1 for this, $1.25, you're not going to beat this price. Again, scope, what is that? Oh, the scope crest, or the crest with scope. Ooh, a little fresh breath right there, all right? So that is item number 7. Item number 6 is going to be your collapsible storage container. You go to Target, some of these places, you're gonna be spending $10 to $15 for this. Again, those are nicer quality for day use, but if you're going out 3 or 4 times a year, why not buy one of these, use it for the week. If it rips or something after a year or two, you just buy a new one for $1. And then obviously when you're not using it, it collapses down. So these are great items to have, or containers to have when you're out pop-up camping. Item number 5, it's gonna be 2 items with this one. Number 1 would be your mat, all right? In our pop-up camper, we actually have 3 mats. We have a heavier duty mat that we put on the step as you're entering the pop-up camper. This one goes right inside, and then we have a bigger mat that we put out as well. This is gonna be obviously cheap, but again, if you use it for 2 or 3 years or it gets dirty on a trip, you just toss it, right? So you're not in it $10 to $15, $20 for a mat that you're using just a couple times a year. Obviously, if you're going out a bunch and you want a nicer mat, we finally got a nicer mat for outside, but we still have our dollar store one that we use, and it's gonna be a cheap buy and worth it. Along with this, number 5 is going to be your broom and dustpan. I don't have a full-size broom. I like to have the smaller, compact stuff. And so usually halfway through the trip, I'll go through and sweep the inside. And then before I close the pop-up camper, I always sweep and always wipe down because I want to make sure it's clean for the next time I get in use. And then you can use it for your step into the pop-up camper. Again, every dollar store is going to have different setups there, but having one of those on hand is going to be essential. Okay, this is where we get a little controversial in the order of these items, but I thought about this carefully. And item number 4 is going to be your snack food seasoning, okay? I couldn't separate all these. Okay, they've got tons of different seasonings. Again, this is when you're using it for a couple times a year. I don't want to have to go get my salt from the kitchen and bring it out, or go get my pepper, or go get my hot sauce. We have all that stuff already in the pop-up camper. I picked up some Memphis style barbecue seasoning. I don't know how good this is going to be, but we'll give it a try. For $1.25, what do you got to lose? All right, they've got some great snacks. We got the pretzel rods. My boys already started to devour them. Couldn't even get them out to the car before they started eating them. And so they've got some decent snacks, goldfish crackers, things like that you can get. And then they've also got some of these cheaper meals like mac and cheese, top ramen, tuna. Again, we don't eat this stuff all the time, but when we're camping, if you're like us, we like to eat and enjoy ourselves and have a little fun. I want to get simple stuff when I'm out there camping. I don't want to get too complex. And so having this stuff on hand, again, if you don't use it, it's not going to go bad, and so you're not going to waste it. So that would be kind of the snacks, seasonings. Every dollar store is going to have a little different items, but the same general idea of what they have. Okay, item number 3. Now this is where I had to go back and forth a little bit, but this would be your kitchen items, okay? So cutting board. You can see this has already gotten good use out of it, but a cheap little cutting board to have is going to be handy. They call this a turner. I don't know what you call it, but there's a bunch of different items like this that you might not use on a daily basis in your house because it's going to go bad. But again, to put in your pop-up camper, you can fully stock it. They've also got, let's see, spoons. I think they're 4 for $1, forks 4 for $1. Again, not the highest quality, but they work when you're out camping. And so you can stock your whole kitchen with all the supplies you need for $5 or $10. It's really awesome. Then they've got the dish towels that you can get that are just for your pop-up camper. So again, I'm not a fan of taking stuff out of my kitchen, putting it in there and having to go back and forth. So we just stockpile that with all these items that we need, can openers, things like that are going to be cheap. They're still going to work. One of the things that I love having are the kitchen scissors that are only $1. My wife thought those will not work. Why are you buying those? And they work fine. If we used them every day in the kitchen, they would probably break. But a couple times a year, why not? For $1, what can you lose? Item number 2. Now, for you, this might not be item number 2, but for us, we've got kids, and when we go pop-up camping, one of the things we enjoy doing are playing games together, all right? So I just picked this up. We're going to add it to our collection. Monopoly. We've got a Jenga set. It's like a mini Jenga set. We've got chess or checkers, puzzles. And for $5 to $10, you can stockpile with some games, cards, things for when it's a rainy day or you just want to chill inside the pop-up camper, have some quality family time. Now, if you don't have kiddos or you're not into games, hey, it's not number 2, but for us, it is. And then number 1, I actually went to the dollar store, smaller dollar store. We got a couple in our area. I went to the smaller one, and they were out of this item because it's so popular. And I'm going to show a picture right here. It's a moisture eliminator. And so you'll see the picture. It's a container that you put in your pop-up camper in the winter. I usually put 2 to 3 of them, and it actually absorbs moisture. Again, moisture is the enemy of your pop-up camper and water. It's going to cause rot and different things that are not going to be good for your pop-up camper. And so I put these in the winter for $1. You can't beat it. So you put it in there and you'll be shocked. After a couple months, that whole thing will be full of water. So that water, again, didn't get into your pop-up camper, but then was absorbed, keeps it dry, and actually keeps your pop-up camper smelling better as well. All right, so those are the top 10 items at the dollar store. Hey, if you haven't clicked subscribe, please do that for me. My goal is 1,000 subscribers. That's kind of the big goal in YouTube. And so I'd love for you to help me out. About 5% of those watching have actually subscribed. So if we got to 10%, I would for sure be close to my goal. And so please hit subscribe and like, and just thank you for watching this content. Hey, if you're still watching, I do have a bonus item that I didn't know where to put on the list, but would be zip ties. I can't believe how well these zip ties work. If you've gone to the store lately, you've gone to Lowe's, these big box stores, zip ties are so expensive. And so you get, I don't even know how many, 60 of these for $1. You can also get batteries, duct tape, general tape. I didn't go through all those items because I can't verify all of them and how great they are long-term use. But again, if you have you just want some stuff that you want just in case, that you don't need the best brand, it's not a life or death situation, then grab some of these random items in there that you might use, batteries, things like that can be backups. And if you never use them, then it wasn't a waste, right? I always stock and restock stuff before I go out, but having them as a backup is not a bad plan. All right, thanks for watching, and happy camping, happy pop-up camping. Hope to see you out there.